One day, James was feeling grumpy and annoyed. He was waiting for Thomas with his trucks. "That silly little blue engine thinks he's so important, but is always late," he said angrily. After a little while, Thomas pulled up with all 4 of James's trucks. "About time, Thomas. What took you so long?" "I'm sorry, James. I'm getting ready to take the circus all around the island." James suddenly cheered up. "Oh, I love the circus. I can't wait." Later that week, the circus had arrived. Thomas was taking the circus on tour from village to village all around the island. At the end of the week, the circus tour had ended. Thomas left Knapford Station to take the circus away. The trains were still in a good mood though. The week with the circus had been so much fun for them. That afternoon, Henry was relaxing in the forest when Sir Topham Hatt arrived. "Henry, I need your help. A tunnel nearby is blocked by something. I need you to take a group of workmen to help unblock it. I shall come with you." Sir Topham Hatt got into Henry and they steamed off to pick up the workmen. The workmen were waiting inside a troublesome truck, with all of their tools in another troublesome truck. Soon, Henry arrived and pushed the 2 trucks towards the tunnel. "Oh dear," thought Henry. "This tunnel looks very dark and scary. It's a good job I don't have to go in there." "Okay, workmen," boomed Sir Topham Hatt. "I need you to go in there and find out what is blocking the tunnel." So the workmen cautiously entered the tunnel. However, they soon rushed out of there very quickly. "There's something big in there! Something very large and alive! It's a monster!" another workman shouted. Henry did not like the sound of that. A monster? "All right then," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Looks like Henry and I are going to have to go into the tunnel ourselves and push it out." "What?" exclaimed Henry. Now he was feeling very scared. As Sir Topham Hatt clambered into one of the troublesome trucks, Henry plucked up all of his courage and got ready to enter the dark tunnel. Slowly but surely, they chuffed into the darkness. But soon, something very strong started pushing them back. It was an elephant. "So that's what's blocking up the tunnel," said Sir Topham Hatt. The workman fed the elephant and looked after it. Henry felt really silly for being very scared of an elephant. Soon Thomas rolled up. "Sir Topham Hatt, I've got some bad news. The circus is missing an elephant. I'm so sorry." "Ha ha, Thomas," answered Sir Topham Hatt. "You mean this elephant?" "Oh phew, that's the one." That night, Henry told all of the other engines about what happened today. Gordon and James were teasing Henry about it. "So now you can add elephants to the long list of things which scare you." But Thomas was more friendly. "It must have taken a lot of courage for you to go into that tunnel if you thought it was a monster. You are a really brave engine, Henry." red lizard was on a rampage.
Oh. What was that? Good lizard. Oh no. I know. I need some help. Now where was it?
Carl walked into the tunnel.
Uh-oh. What's that? Attack! Uh-oh. Not good.
The red lizard scurried away, back to where he came from.
Run!
Lead a left. Come on, let's chase him, cried Thomas. The purple minion changed the points, so Thomas went the wrong way. But then, Thomas crashed into Diesel, tipping the
Ow.
purple minion out of the truck.
You won't get away.
The purple minion jumped into the water, but the current was so strong that he was being pulled down the river.
Oh no. Captain, can you help?
Of course I will, said Captain. So Captain and Carl headed into the middle of the river. Luckily, they managed to rescue the purple minion. So Carl transformed the purple minion back into...
Kevin!
I think we've got some tidying up to do now.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
The minions were constructing something big. Thomas arrived. Hi minions, what are you making? But minions ignored him. Okay, I see that you're busy. I'll pop back tomorrow. And he steamed off. The next day, Thomas came to see the minions again. Hello again, minions! But they still ignored him. They must really be concentrating on what they're making, he thought, so he continued with his job. But his journey was about to get very dangerous. He had to pass through a tunnel. What was that noise? But Thomas had to get on with his job, so he went in. And came back out straight away. It's a dinosaur! Thomas ran away. When he was a safe enough distance away, he stopped. Why was there a dinosaur in the tunnel? And then he realised that the minions were definitely up to something. They must have made a robot dinosaur. So he stormed over to them. Minions! Ugh.
What? Huh? Oh, hello, Thomas.
Minions, I've seen what you've made.
Cool, isn't it?
Well, yes, I guess, but you shouldn't scare trains with a dinosaur like that.
Huh? Dinosaur?
What? You mean that dinosaur in the tunnel wasn't you?
No.
Then what have you guys been up to?
Ah, glad you asked. Da 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 da!
Wow, that is impressive. They had been making a very fast motorbike. So what do we do about the dinosaur in the tunnel then?
Ooh, I know.
And he explained his plan to the others. Later that day,
Come here, you big dinosaur. Let's roll. Ooh, here they come. Look directly into this for me, please.
he made the dinosaur fall asleep.
Hooray!
Well done, but who put it there in the first place? And then they heard... Oh no, it's...
Tom Moss?
I'll get him. Unfortunately, Tom is very good at getting away, so when Thomas arrived, he was already gone. Oh, I lost him. Tom had already run back to his tunnel. So Thomas returned to the others. He got away.
Oh well.
So they loaded the sleeping dinosaur onto Thomas's trucks and took it to the secure dinosaur park. Looks like Tom got away with it again.
Whiff and Scruff work at Whiff's waste dump. One day, they were asked to go and get trash from the other side of the island and bring it back to the waste dump. But it was a long journey and they were going to have to go several times to get all the trash. The engines were getting tired when Whiff had a naughty idea. Hey Scruff, why don't we dump our waste in this tunnel instead of going back to the dump? Then we'll be quicker. Oh, good idea, Whiff. So both engines dumped their waste in the tunnel, and went back to get some more. But what they didn't realise was the trash was coming to life in the tunnel. And they were making a trash monster. Huh? Ah! Trash monster! Ah! Whiff and Scruff were putting more and more trash inside the tunnel. And more trash was coming to life. Huh? Trash monster! Ah! Trash monster! Trash monster! Huh? It's a mushroom! Soon, the whole island was full of trash, so Top and Hat was not happy. The whole point of having a waste dump is to clean up the island. I am very disappointed in you two. Whiff and Scruff felt terrible. Sir, screeched Percy. Some of the trash has turned a Mash'em into a trash monster. Well then, Whiff and Scruff. If you can clean up the island quickly, I guess you can open that Mash'em as a reward. So Whiff and Scruff cleaned up the island.
Express coming through! Express coming through! Shouted Gordon proudly. Through the tunnel. Where's his express coach? There it is with
Is that Tom Moss the prank engine? It is. You're up to mischief again, aren't you? Express coming through! Shouted Gordon. There were people waiting at Maithwaite for the express. Gordon pulled in. All aboard the express, he shouted. But there was no coach for the passengers. What are you doing, Gordon? Said Sir Topham Hatt. Where is your coach? It's behind me. Well, it was when I started, sir. I don't know what's happened to it. Thomas pulled up. Ah, Thomas, said Sir Topham Hatt. Can you go and fetch Annie and Clarabel and move these passengers? Gordon seems to be getting very forgetful. And I need a reliable engine. Yes, sir, said Thomas, and he raced away. I'm going to be the express! I'm going to be the express! He shouted. He picked up Annie and Clarabel and raced off towards Maithwaite. Through the tunnel. Oh no, not Thomas as well. Express coming through, shouted Thomas. He pulled into Maithwaite. All aboard the express, he shouted. The passengers were not happy at all. Thomas, what is going on today? Where are Annie and Clarabel? But they were behind me when I left, sir. I thought... Oh, sorry, sir. I'll go and find them. He left. Down at the docks, Cranky had just loaded some paint into Ben's truck. Thanks, Cranky, said Ben, and off he went. He was taking the paint to Sir Topham Hatt. Through the tunnel. Oh no, not Ben as well. Thomas then found Gordon. Have you forgotten your coaches as well, Thomas? Said Gordon. There's something funny going on, said Thomas. And off he went. Thomas then met Ben. Have you seen my paint truck, Thomas? Said Ben. No, said Thomas, but there's a lot of things missing today. Percy had collected a dinosaur skeleton and was taking it to the museum. Look, Thomas, said Percy. A dinosaur skeleton. I've been allowed to tow it. That gives me an idea, said Thomas. Percy then continued, but with Thomas pushing the dinosaur as well. Through the tunnel. Oh no. Here comes Tom Moss. Ha ha! Got you, said Thomas. Tom Moss steamed off backwards. Thomas followed. But Gordon stopped him. Thomas, we've got passengers waiting who are more important than catching that prankster. Let's find our coaches. I know where they'll be, said Thomas. Follow me. They found Tom Moss's tunnel and collected their trucks and coaches and got back to work. And Tom Moss, well, he realised he wasn't being chased anymore. He'd got away with it again.
Diesel 10, I want you to hide these 4 colourful eggs around Sodor.
Will do.
So Diesel 10 grabbed the first 2 eggs and he set off.
Ew. My turn. Ugh.
Stop messing around, cried Thomas.
Thomas?
That was strange, said Thomas. Let's go and investigate. Oh look, an egg! What colour's the egg, minions? Asked Thomas.
Green?
No, it's yellow. So the minions open the egg. It's Agnes. But Diesel 10 was still on the move. Let's keep moving, said Thomas. Oh look, another egg. What colour is it?
It's pink.
Yes, it is pink. It's Wonder Woman. Where are these eggs coming from? Meanwhile, Diesel 10 was collecting 2 more eggs to hide. I've got a plan to get this egg, shouted Thomas. Thanks, minions. What colour's this egg, minions? Asked Thomas.
Is it blue?
No, minions, it's green. The minions open the egg. Inside was Spot from The Good Dinosaur. Where's Diesel 10 now?
He's over there. Let's get him. Let's get the egg.
So what colour is this egg?
Is it blue?
Yes, Minions, the egg is blue. Now you can open it. It's Anna from Frozen. Let's chase down Diesel 10, shouted Thomas.
Ow!
So this is where the eggs are coming from.
Ha ha ha! We caught you!
But who's in the tunnel? It's Tom Moss.
Let's catch him.
But Tom Moss was too fast.
We've lost him.
So Tom Moss got away again.
Ooh, look! A surprise egg! Ooh, let's open it!
Thank you for saving me.
The Joker! What a nice guy. Ooh, chocolate. Yeah. Roar! Ah, monster! Roar! Uh-oh! Ah, we scared him! Ooh, idea! Let's prank engines!
Hi Diesel, have you heard about the new zoo opening on Sodor? Yes, I have. I don't like zoos. They're too fun. Well, I'm really excited.
Roar!
Huh? What's that noise? Maybe an animal escaped from the new zoo. Or maybe it's a monster.
Roar, 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 roar!
Ah!
You got pranked!
Good one, Minions. I was really scared, Minions. Gordon, have you heard? Sir Topham Hatt chose Thomas to take the animals to the new zoo.
What? Why Thomas? What about me?
Roar!
Huh? Did you hear that?
Sounds like a monster.
Roar, 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 roar!
Ah!
You got pranked!
Minions, that wasn't funny.
Let's do it again.
Oh, another signal? Come on!
Roar!
Huh? What's that noise?
Roar!
Ugh, another animal must have escaped my carriage.
We'll catch him, Thomas.
Roar, 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 roar! No, it's stuck. It's stuck, huh? No, 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 no. Ooh.
Let's go. We're going to be late.
Help! No, I'm a minion. I'm not an animal. I'm not a monster. No, I'm a minion. I'm a minion. Help! No, I'm a minion. I'm a minion.
Serves you right.
Help! Help!
Should we help him?
No, he pranked us. Now we prank him.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh. Uh-oh.
Marshall was cleaning his fire truck when Ryder shouted down to him. We've had reports of a monster being in a tunnel. I can't believe it myself, but can you just go and take a look? Marshall jumped in his fire truck and off he set. This must be the tunnel, thought Marshall. Looks okay. Let's see. Ooh, I don't think I'm going to go in there. I didn't see a fire. Marshall left. Did you find a monster? Said Ryder. I think there might be a spy in there. Send Chase. Chase left. Looks okay, said Chase. Woo! That wasn't a spy. Oh, it was a monster. I'm not going in there. Ryder asked Chase how he got on. There wasn't a spy, said Chase. Maybe some water. Zuma, can you go? No, said Zuma. My hovercraft won't work in caves. You need a vehicle with tracks. Rubble, said Ryder. Rubble left. Looks okay, thought Rubble. Whoa! Rubble left in a hurry. Just a pile of rubbish in there, said Rubble. Rocky, said Ryder. Rocky left. Well, looks okay. I'll just look inside. Woo! Oh, that is a monster. Well, said Ryder. It's a monster, said Rocky. Oh, said Ryder. Sky? Sorry, Ryder. Bad wing today, said Sky. Chase, Rubble and Marshall got together. Superheroes wouldn't be frightened of a monster, they said, so why are we? That's an idea. And they all ran off and returned dressed as superheroes. Let's do this, said Chase. Then, when they were deciding who goes in first, Marley the sheep appeared. No! Marley, don't go in! But it was too late. Then, to the pup's surprise, Marley came out, followed by Bettina the cow. Bettina had been the monster all along. The pups felt a little silly now. Thanks for watching our story. If you liked it, go on, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and then watch another by clicking any of these pictures. See you soon.